Hello everyone, this is our next lecture on the chapter Descriptive Statistics and on the same topic Measure of Central Tendency. Until now we saw two measures of central tendency. First one is arithmetic mean, which is denoted by x bar, and its definition is arithmetic mean is the ratio of sum of observation to the total number of observation. Then we saw second measure of central tendency, that is median, and it is denoted by ME. So definition of median is that value of the variable which divides the distribution into two equal parts, or median is the middlemost value of the series. Now the next measure of central tendency to overcome the drawback of arithmetic mean is mode, and the definition of mode is the observation with maximum frequency or the most repeated observation is called mode. For example, in case of election results, a political party with largest value, that means the maximum frequency, is considered as representative. Thus it is mode or modal opinion. Or another example is in titration experiment, out of 3 reading, a repeated reading is taken to be a final reading, and it is the mode. Means mode is the observation with maximum frequency or most repeated observation. Now our next topic is calculation of mode. As we know, there are 3 types of data. First one is individual observation, continuous observation and discrete observation. So mode can be calculated for 3 types of data. So first case is for individual observation. Individual observation means single observation, like this 108, 98, 75. This type of observations are known as individual observation, or this is also known as ungrouped data. So in ungrouped data, count the repetitions of each and every observation. Means whatever data you have given, you have to count the repetitions of the numbers. The value which occurs maximum number of times is the mode. This is important. The value which occurs maximum number of times is the mode of the distribution. For example, the following figures represent the number of articles supplied by a small scale industry to a manufacturing factory on 12 different days. Calculate mode for this data. So data is of individual observation or individual type. So the formula for individual observation is mode is the maximum number, value which occurs maximum number. So firstly we arrange the data either in increasing order or in decreasing order. Suppose we arrange the data in increasing order, then the observations are from the smallest observation to the largest observation. Here smallest observation is 75 and largest observation is 600. So data is arranged in increasing order. Then mode is the value which occurs maximum number. Here 75 occurs 2 times and remaining observation occurs only once. Means 75 is the most repeated observation. Therefore here mode is 75. Means the observation with maximum frequency is 75. Suppose same example can be solved by using the values along with frequency. Means we can create a table in which first column we will write the values and in second column their respected frequency. Here all the values are written in first column and frequency means number of times that values repeated. So 75 repeated 2 times. So here frequency of 75 is 2. Similarly 80 repeated only once. So frequency of 80 is 1, and so on. 600 is repeated only once. So frequency of 600 is 1. And mode is the value of that observation which has maximum frequency. Here 75 has the frequency 2 and remaining all has the frequency 1, means maximum number is 2. So mode is not 2. Here mode is 75, means the value of that frequency. So value of that frequency is 75. So here mode is 75. In this way we can calculate mode for individual observation, and it is the value which occurs maximum number, or it is the frequency most repeated frequency. Now second case is calculation of mode for discrete frequency distribution. Discrete frequency distribution means observations along with frequency. Single observation along with frequency means there are some values of variables are given. Suppose if it is x1, x2 up to xn and their respective frequencies are f1, f2 up to fn. Means this type of data is known as discrete frequency distribution. If the data is of discrete frequency distribution, then mode is the observation with highest frequency is known as mode. Means the observation which has the highest or maximum frequency is the value of the mode for discrete frequency distribution. Suppose for example, from the following data find the mode. There are two rows. In first row size is given and in second row frequencies are given. Then for the first size 10 frequency is 3, for 12 7 and so on. So we have to calculate the mode. Since data is of discrete type of data, means observations along with frequencies are given. So for this type of data, mode is the observation with highest frequency. So here first observation is 10, its frequency is 3. Second observation is 12, its frequency is 7. Next observation 14, its frequency 12. Next 16, its frequency is 20. 18, its frequency is 8, and 20, its frequency is 5. From the frequency we can see that the maximum frequency is 20, means the largest number is 20, and mode is the observation with highest frequency. So here highest is 20 and its observation is 16. So mode is 16, means the value corresponding to the frequency 20 is 16. So here mode is 16. Means for discrete frequency distribution, means observation along with frequencies are given, then mode is the observation with highest frequency. Now we will see calculation of mode for continuous frequency distribution. Continuous frequency distribution means class interval along with frequency. Means this type of data. Suppose first class interval is 10 to 20. Its frequency is 1. Next class interval is 20 to 30. Then and suppose its frequency is 2. So this type of data is known as continuous frequency distribution. So for continuous frequency distribution, the class with maximum frequency is called the modal class. Means for finding the mode for continuous frequency distribution, first we have to locate or we have to identify the modal class, and modal class is the class which having the maximum frequency, and the value of mode belongs to this class. Means you can check your answer is right or wrong. If your answer belongs to that class, then your answer is right, otherwise it is wrong. The value of mode is obtained by using the formula mode is equal to L plus Fm minus F1 divided by 2 Fm minus F1 minus F2 into H, where L is lower boundary of the modal class. If the classes are continuous, means this type of classes, then L is the lower limit of the L is the lower limit of the modal class, and if the classes are not continuous, means this type of classes 1 to 10, 11 to 20, means these are the discrete type of classes. If the classes are not continuous, then L is lower boundary of the modal class. So in this case, we can convert these classes into the continuous classes by subtracting 0.5 from the lower limit and adding 0.5 to the upper limit. So this first class is subtract 0.5 from the 1, it is 0.5, and add 0.5 to the 10, so it is 10.5. Next, subtract 0.5 from the 11, so it is 11 minus 0.5, it is 10.5, and add 0.5 to the 20, so it is 20 plus 0.5, 20.5. Means in this way we can convert the discrete classes into the continuous classes. So if the classes are continuous, then L is lower limit of the modal class, and if the classes are not continuous, our first step is we have to convert that discrete classes into continuous classes. So in that case our L is lower boundary of the modal class. H is the width of the modal class. Width means upper class boundary minus lower class boundary, or upper class limit minus lower class limit. FM is maximum frequency or frequency of the modal class. FM is the frequency of the modal class. F1 is frequency of the class preceding the modal class, means the class just above the modal class. F1 is the frequency of that class, and F2 is frequency of the class succeeding the modal class, means F2 is the frequency of the class just below the modal class. For example, find the value of the mode of the following distribution. So here daily expenditure and number of persons are given. So first step is you have to check whether the data is continuous or not. Since here upper limit of first class is not same as upper limit of first class is not same as lower limit of second class. So data is of discrete type. So our first step is we have to convert the discrete data into continuous data. So here we will write daily expenditure in first column, and adjacent column means discrete classes are converted into continuous classes in second column, and these are the frequencies, means number of person. So since the class width is 200 minus 101, 99, 300 minus 201, 99, class width is 99, so this first class is 1 to 100, and we can convert it into continuous by subtracting 0.5 from the lower limit and adding 0.5 to the upper limit. So it is 0.5 to the 100.5. You can write the first class interval as like this or like this, below 0.5 or this 0.5 to 100.5. Next one is 101 to 200. So 101 minus 0.5 is 100.5, and 200 plus 0.5 is 200.5. So now the upper limit of first class is same as the lower limit of second class, means classes are in the continuous form. So first step is we have to define our modal class, and modal class is the class which having maximum frequency. Maximum frequency here, maximum number is, largest number is 207. So our modal class is this class 200.5 to 300.5. this is our modal class. Now after that we have to define the pre-modal class and post-modal class. Pre-modal class means the class just above the modal class. So 100.5 to 200.5 is our pre-modal class, and post-modal class means the class just below the modal class. So 300.5 to 400.5 is our post-modal class. Now the formula for mode is L plus Fm minus F1 divided by 2Fm minus F1 minus F2 into H. Here L is, since the classes are in discrete form and we convert it into the continuous form. So L is lower boundary of the modal class. Modal class is this class. So L is the lower boundary of the modal class. So the value of L is 200.5 plus Fm. Fm means frequency of the modal class. Frequency of the modal class is 207. So just substitute the value of Fm. Minus F1 is frequency of the pre-modal class. So pre-modal class, frequency of the pre-modal class is 167. So just substitute the value of F1 divided by 2Fm means 2 into Fm, 2 into 207 minus F1. F1 is 167 minus F2. F2 is frequency of the post-modal class, means just the class just below the modal class. So its frequency is 65. Just substitute the value of F2 is 65 into H. So mode is equal to 200.5 into, just solve this bracket, 207 minus 167, it is 40 divided by 182 into 100. So mode is 222.478. You can check whether your answer is right or wrong. If the value of mode lies between this modal class, then your answer is right, otherwise it is wrong. Since 222.478 lies in 200.5 to 300.5, so our answer is right. In this way we can calculate mode for continuous frequency distribution. There are some remarks. First one is, it should be noted that the classes are of continuous type, and if not, then they should be converted into continuous. So this is our first step. Firstly, you have to check whether the classes are continuous or not. If they are not continuous, then you have to convert them into the continuous classes by subtracting 0.5 from the lower limit and adding 0.5 to the upper limit. Second remark is, the class intervals are of uniform width, means width of all class intervals must be same. If there is a single observation with maximum frequency, then the distribution is known as unimodal. If there are two values which occur with maximum and equal frequency, then the distribution is called as bimodal. And if there are more than two values of mode, then the distribution is known as multimodal distribution. Means if there is only one maximum frequency, then the distribution is known as unimodal. If there are two same maximum frequency, then the distribution is known as bimodal. And if there are more than two same maximum frequency, then the distribution is known as multimodal distribution. Suppose here 207 is the only one value which is the maximum value, or which is the largest value. So this is an example of unimodal distribution. Suppose if here instead of 69, the frequency of this class, if it is 207, so 207 repeated 2 times. So this type of example is known as bimodal distribution. And suppose here instead of 58 there is a 207. So means three observation has the maximum frequency, that is 207. So this is an example of multimodal distribution. So mode is a unimodal, bimodal or multimodal. So in today's lecture we saw our next measure of central tendency, that is mode, and its definition is it is the observation with maximum frequency or the most repeated observation. Then we saw the calculation of mode for three type of data. For individual observation, mode is the value which occurs maximum number of times. For discrete frequency distribution, mode is the observation with highest frequency, means the observation which has highest number, means largest number, is known as the mode. And for continuous frequency distribution, firstly we have to decide our modal class. After that, the formula for mode is L plus Fm minus F1 divided by 2 Fm minus F1 minus F2 into H, where L is lower limit of the modal class, Fm is frequency of the modal class, F1 is pre-modal frequency, F2 is post-modal frequency, and H is class width of the modal class. In next lecture we will continue with our next topic. Thank you.